And welcome back to
Such a dark
Biomutant.
night.
Thank you very much for joining me during this live stream, this continuation of Biomutant. Do me a quick favor, jump down in the comment section and say hi. Tell me what games you'd like to see streamed, and I will add it to my queue of games that I am streaming. I'm currently here in Biomutant, so hit that like and subscribe and the notification bell so you're notified when I do go live, hopefully with a game that you suggested down in the comment section. So please, take some time, jump down there, and let me know. So I just found out something about Biomutant that has really changed my perspective of its design, development, and eventual release. I had a difficult time in the early stages of this game, and that's apparent through some of the other streams that you can see. But after, I'd say about 5 hours in, the hooks really sunk deep, and I have enjoyed this game tremendously. I'm not ignoring its faults or its issues, but I just found out something today that I'm extremely impressed by. This game was developed by a team of less than 20 people. 20 people. Now, just take a moment and think about that. I'll give you a second. Okay, are you good? Think about that. 20 people made this game. Less than 20 people. I think it's something like
Life
17
is a difficult game,
people.
no matter how you play it.
Now, while I don't feel yet, I don't feel that this game is worth the $59.99 price tag, but it's more of a $39.99, to be honest. But that being said, the fact that the quality of this game is where it's at with 17 people working on it, I give that team, Experiment 101 is the team, I give that team some mad respect. And it makes me even more happy for supporting the game.
Boom, boom. So much damage. Crack-a-doodle. Almost too easy.
I mean, just think about the amount of effort it must have been on such a small team to get this game out in the midst of what the
You have a
world is
chance
going
to
through right now,
change the future for good or bad.
and get it to this stage. Now, AAA games cost $59.99, now upwards of $69.99. So I was surprised that, and I even said so in earlier streams, that I don't feel like it should be $59.99. It's kind of in that stage where $39.99 feels a little bit more comfortable based on, you know, the scope of the team. But I'm much happier with my purchase knowing that I supported a team like Experiment 101, and I'll be keeping my eye on games that come from that team in the future. As long as the team survives, I hope Biomutant picks up some steam.
E-waste, hard to find.
Actually, I'd probably use a different word than steam. Picks up some momentum and allows people to recognize what was achieved with such a small team. Just the amount of different systems that are at work here, I'm so impressed by. Even more so. I mean, you can watch the streams that I've had in the past and how the game has slowly grown on me to where I am at now. But when I realized that today, that it was just a team of 17 people,
Give your eyelights a
really
chance to
changes
adjust
the
to
perspective that I have. So well done, Experiment 101. Well done. I hope you guys continue to work on the game, continue to improve it, and I hope that THQ continues to fund continuing updates. Let's see here. Sometimes I can get past this stuff on these rocks. That's one thing I would ask, is that 101 come back in here and allow us to scale the world a little bit better. Because I know I can get up here. It's just the way that I get up there is not only one way, but I should be able to climb up this, so hopefully I can. And there's just sort of this, you cannot climb here. But I know I can get up here. Or can I? I'm probably at the edge of the map, maybe. No, I should totally be able to get up there. Yeah. But I have to go around. You know, I'm a four-legged creature. I should easily be able to scale this. And again, I'm not saying that this game is a bit of perfection, but you gotta admit, a game that is developed by 17 people to get to this stage is something that has to be acknowledged. Getting really stubborn here and telling myself, I know I can get to the top of this. I know I can. There we are. See? If I'm able to get to the top,
Nighttime is ending.
then let me get up here. I wonder if there's one of those climbing points. Oh, is that going to be a dangerous thing to even try to get into? Alright, I'm going to get a quick save here. And in we go. And I knew this was going to be a tight spot. See if I can get out of here now. Oh yeah, I can get out. This is my new little home. What I've been doing is finding spots in the world that are interesting, and I've been trying to find like these little side homes. I wish you could like set up little camps. And and they would be unique and structured procedurally based on the area that you're trying to make the camp in. So if I try to make it on a slope, the camp will change. If I make it on a flat surface, it'll look different. If I try to make it, in a tight space or in a cave, say that's about the height of the character, it'll be very tiny, but it'll still be there. It'll still exist. What a cool system to make work, especially for this game where you can find these little nooks and crannies. And you know what? I'm gonna make a camp here. And then based on its size, the procedural generation will just say, okay, you've got this much space. This is how much we'll put in there. All right, so sorry, I'm taking down this. We'll call it a. Can't call it a hidey hole. We'll call it a. Let's call it a hole. Call it a camping hole. Sorry, you guys are probably like, what's this guy doing? Just play the game. Alright, this one is in Sector 7F. And its X position is -120.706. I think they're all negative numbers. Could be wrong. 128.094. And it's near Bang Shelter 7F. Bang Shelter 7F. Alright. Sorry. Apologize there, but I try to mark things as I find them. And I'm very appreciative that they even put down there like what sector and what XY coordinate. That way you can make callouts. Alright. Yeah, I'd like to make a shorter video in the future. Hopefully the near future, maybe this weekend. And put together all my thoughts that I've accumulated with tons of notes. I've got probably 7 to 8 pages of notes on this game, on things I like, things I dislike, things I would suggest for maybe a future Biomutant. Maybe the team will grow over Experiment 101 and then work on the next game, or they just continue to flesh this game out. Alright, let's work on SUNDIALS in this stream. You know what I think I might do? I think on my second playthrough, I will play each individual mission and just stream doing that particular mission. It means that mission should be relatively short but focused. Another thing I've been trying to realize are the different types of mounts that you have in this game. I remember very vividly seeing a crawling hand, like this mechanical crawling hand mount. I'm wondering if that is still in the game or that was just a concept, kind of a trailer. and I have not seen it. I've watched about 2 other videos that have quote unquote reviewed this game, and one of those talked about mounts but didn't themselves show
It's freak-free.
that
A
hand
supposedly
crawling
monsterless cage.
mount. I'm wondering if it still exists. Hoping that it does.
We are lonesome animals that spend all our life trying to be less lonesome. That's a keeper.
Do not think I'm going to be able to get up there.
You can see so much farther in the light. Look what you...
Alright, let's see if we can just fast travel there in the interest of time. Almost there. You know, as I mentioned before at the beginning, I look at most games in the industry, you know, aside from No Man's Sky, and I mean that should have told me that in the future I'm going to research like the number of people that work on a game, and that should drive the price too, the amount of time that you spend putting on a game. But you know, the quality of the work done,
That's
I
some
think
sharp wood
for
scrap
me
there. Watch for splinters.
justifies the price that I'm paying. I mean, I'd be willing to pay a cheaper price, but I feel like I'm taking away from the team, and I'm more apt to support a team, and I don't know the way to describe it. It is definitely more of a feeling versus, you know, trying to stick it to the industry. Like, I'm only going to pay you for, you know, I think it's worth giving a little bit of bonus, and hopefully those Experiment 101 is appreciated by THQ Nordic for what they were able to accomplish, while not a perfect game. It's definitely a gem worth your time. I hope that's something that the gaming community and industry recognize. Now, I'm not 100% sure how I would address the it was a smaller team, so you didn't have to pay as big a team, and the overall quality isn't, you know, worth $60, but look at a game like Blizzard's Overwatch. That's still a $69.99 game, and it goes on sale just like every other game does these days. But that game was multiplayer only, had a massive team working on it,
the stuff you need,
and it's a $59.99 game. So you're telling me a game that is only multiplayer, and compare that to a game, say like Red Dead Redemption 2. Both those games are priced exactly the same. Do you think that makes sense? To me, that doesn't. So it's a hard thing for me to judge, like, what are we paying for this $69.99 versus $39.99 versus a team of 20 versus a team of 200 versus, you know, is Cyberpunk 2077, should that be a more expensive game because it definitely costs more to make? And I understand sort of the economy of scale. The more you sell, the cheaper it should be, maybe. I don't entirely understand the I think it should be right there.
You got it dialed in. See where that light leads.
Don't entirely understand how games are priced and why they're priced the way they are.
For certain values of right.
Something that I would like to do research on, but like don't really care to. I'd like to know more, and I probably should as I speak to these things, as I learn more. I'm just very surprised at how games are priced. Trying to build my light aura here. I don't know, as I'm playing and enjoying Biomutant, I'm trying to get my thoughts across here, so I apologize if they're not coming the way that I'm thinking them. I think this is funny. There is no fall damage or death in this game. Like, it'll take a hit and keep on going. Same with my character. I can just jump off a cliff and plummet to the ground. But I'll survive. So you see, you got these biomes, right? And these biomes are all kind of based on certain biohazards, or heat, or cold, or, you know, oxygen deprivation, radiation. And there's a system there that you can build up a natural immunity, you know, by investing into your character's immunity of those hazards. Or you can go out and just get a suit, which is sort of a side job, side quest, and then you're 100% protected. And there's just a ton of systems in this game like that that are in play. and a team of just 20 people made this game, I have even more and more respect for this game because of that.
Finish him off. Hot metal. Sure is dark out. Just follow that. Oh, check out the scribble stone there. Wonder what's behind it. Glitter grass. Smells like a nono nest, doesn't it?
Another thing, the game was just released, and they're already improving upon the game. They've already released update 7 or 1.4. So they are listening, which I think is important.
Nice shot. Right between the eyes. You don't have the key energy for that. You're hurt bad. Blasting him. It's super effective.
I do need to learn my parry better.
Bullseye. You can do this. Baked.
Yeah, parrying will lead you into the ability to stun, which gives you the ability to do more melee versus just spamming a character from a distance. I don't know if I am at 1.4 yet. Yeah, I'm still, consoles are still at 1.3. I think PC got 1.4. But hopefully they continue to update the game and push out new content. I'll definitely be paying for DLC, any expansions. I would like to support the team.
Rain gets any worse, you could dissolve.
Oh, back out this way. Yeah, I think my focus this weekend is going to be making a video kind of giving props to Experiment 101, covering some of my ideas for future updates, and kind of showing what it is that I've found, kind of the appreciation that I've found in the game through time. I mean, it does take some time. Definitely one of those games that requires some digging, experimenting, and time to really, really enjoy. Alright, let's try some parrying. Gotta get better at that. Gotta hit that melee. You have to hit the attack button almost immediately after. Oop, I got him. Now I can sit here and do more melee. I don't know if I'm a fan of the 100 hand slap, super Wung Fu.
There's a lot on the line here.
But highly recommend building up your combos to build the super Wung Fu meter. And again, you can do combos with your melee, you can do combos with your ranged weapons, you can do combos with your dual weapons, and I don't even have dual wielding, and that's a thing. Like, I haven't even invested in dual wielding, and that's a whole other part of this game. There's so many systems at work. You're bound to find a gameplay style that is unique to the player, very unique to the player, genuinely unique to the player style. You just have to learn the systems, and that takes a little bit of time. Mirage character out there right in the center of the screen there. You could approach him in the early game, but once I think you approach him 5 times, you get these little flashbacks. You have these encounters with some difficult enemies that can kill you, and did kill me, but it's just sort of like this memory thing. Oops. I think maybe the melee
right where it cuts. Itchy trigger finger. All things end.
I'm using Blaze gloves, which are these things right up here.
Knuckle pie. Batter them. Pang pang. Energy augment active. A punch crunch. This is no time for sleep.
I think what I'm going to try to do is take all my notes, things that I like about the game, and I want to make a video that's relatively quick. My videos can get long-winded and long, and I think that generally speaking, people don't have a lot of time because their attention is pulled by so many options. But most people are going to have time for like a quick 5-minute video. If I could make a video that lasts 5 minutes that covers all the things that I enjoy about this game, that would be a success, I think. It doesn't seem that you can parry in the middle of someone's combo.
You're injured.
Alright, I need to back off here. Like some of these larger enemies have different types of attacks. Some of them have this like batter up kind of an attack. This guy has what seems like a ranged hook attack.
Knock them out. THQ.
Bam, 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 bam. Be nice if I could complete the combo even after they die and it just continues to pummel them. Alright. Get out there to the last sundial. Well, there's got to be some loot over here. But I know that Experiment 101 has been working on fixing some of the loot drops and the rarity. Thanks to those that are joining right now. Jumping into Biomutant. Currently at level 30. Yeah, level 30. This video has kind of been focusing on, I guess the theme of it is the appreciation for Experiment 101, and a team of 17 made this game, which makes it that much more impressive. While there are some shortcomings and some things that could definitely use some TLC here, the fact that this was made by a team of 17 people, while it may not make it worth a $69 or $59.99 game, it's probably around that $39.99, a $40 game. But still, I paid the full price for it, and I'm much more comfortable saying that I'm supporting a team like Experiment 101, not feeling like I've wasted my money. I'm trying to build my light aura up to at least 30. But I'll still maintain my darkness. Wish I could fish for these guys. I can't pick them up while I myself am in the water, which is unfortunate. I could follow this guy down the stream, but there's going to be a point where he picks up speed, so I think he's going to get away from me. Yeah, if you're still here, please do me a favor. Jump down in the comments section and just say hi. I'd appreciate knowing who's jumping in for however much amount of time, or whatever amount of time.
Needs a hero.
And also, if you're still here, please leave me a suggestion on a game you'd like to see streamed, and I will stream that game on my next session. Alright, let's practice parry here.
Who could stand against that? In the face. Watch it. Who needs a weapon? Bullets everywhere. A smart foe would leave.
That was fun. Get some psi power here. Psi points.
Check out that monolith there. Don't know who built them, but the Nono love them.
Oh, okay.
Of course, at night there's no shadow. Or it's all shadow, you know what I mean.
All right.
There are shadows forming again.
Here comes the sun. Gotta wait for it to hit this sundial. Come on. Almost there. Looks like the time freezes whenever I'm in puzzles. Is that enough sun, you think? Almost here. It should be enough, right? Right there.
You got it dialed in. See where that light leads?
I feel like that's an hypoxia area. The root's definitely torn this area up, though. Yeah, this is a hypoxia area, I think. No? Definitely an interesting side area, though. I think it's a side mission to fix these roots. But I'm not gonna. I'm trying to make it dark. I don't want to help the tree on this run. Alright, possible loot up here. Usually these damaged vehicles have loot. I've already swept through here. Nope.
There's a serenity about this spot. It's a place for rest and
Recovery. I didn't get anything out of that. Oh, looks like I've already gotten this stuff. Alright, there's a hip over here. Did he just trip over his own feet?
Just follow that beam over to the scribble stone. Can't miss it. Oh, check out the scribble stone there. Wonder what's behind it. Take this seriously, or it'll take you down.
Nobody taking me down.
What a blow! Took him. Hurts a lot.
Level 31. Wonder if I can continue to level up indefinitely. Wonder if there's a level cap. Can I become level 100?
Look at the details on this one.
Going, keep going. Greater depths and rewards await. I think. Yep.
All fired up. Youch! You might want to fall back. Great shot. Let's pocket that. The best stories are about heroes. This is such a story.
I think there's a way to break through this particular... Like, I'm gonna try to see if I can glitch through it, but... I think you can get through here. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. There's definitely areas in the map that... I guess these might be rusted bars or like stalactites, stalagmites. There's definitely areas that you're supposed to be able to break through, but I just don't have the right item / device. I almost left that behind. Alright, let's jump out of here. Alright, that's it for all the sundials. Go ahead and level up. Alright, I'm working on my luck. And get my loot chances up.
That's an improvement.
You can see my resistance is down there in the bottom right, so heat resistance, cold resistance. I want to say biohazard, and radiological, radiation hazards, and then hypoxia. Alright, Rival Tribes is the current mission. I think I'm going to switch to a side mission. We'll do one more side mission, and then we'll call that a good stream. I'm about an hour in. Let's see here. I've got a ton of side missions to do, and I'm close to 48 hours in. but I've heard some games for people are going like the 120 hour mark. Don't want to help the roots. Let's do ring dingers.
So many places to be today.
I'm really hoping that the crawling hand transport is still a thing. And I've only seen it in trailers. I don't think I've actually seen anybody playing. Because I haven't watched a lot of other people's review videos. Watched about 2 of them. One of my first videos that I put up on Biomutant was an issue with the audio and lighting. So the audio sometimes cuts out, or I don't know if it's the best way to describe it as cutting out, but it transitions from internal to external locations. So when you're indoors, the music changes. When you're outdoors, the music changes. But it changes somewhat abruptly versus kind of a fade in, fade out, smooth transition style. And it can be a little bit, I don't want to say alarming, but kind of immersion, not even immersion breaking. I'll kind of try to see if I can give examples of it.
Hey, nice shot.
I don't know, did he just happen to attack while he was trying to come through the door, or did he actually duck down to get through the door?
That'll hurt. It's becoming terminal. Hey. Crack-a-doodle. Tapped hard.
Oh, I wasn't watching my health.
Doesn't look good for our story.
Oh, it'll be okay. Alright, give me a quick second, and I'll be right back. Uh-oh, I'm downstairs and I can hear the audio that I'm in a battle. But I need to take care of some stuff. I'm gonna die again.
Down to half your health.
I don't think I'm gonna make it back up there in time to save myself. I've got my wireless headphones on and I can hear myself getting attacked, and I'm over less than half health, but I have to get this stuff taken care of downstairs. Sorry about that. You guys are having to sit through me just standing by and getting defeated again. I didn't think it was going to spawn me so close to other enemies. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm on my way back upstairs. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's unfortunate. I should have waited till the screen gave control back to me. Or waited till the game was loaded up again and then hit the pause button. Yeah, that was awkward. So I guess it just spawned me. I was away from the screen. I heard the battle music again. I was like, oh, I got spawned. This is where it spawned me, huh? Or it spawned me somewhere differently. Right in the middle of the battle. Alright, let's take care of these guys. Pay attention to my health this time.
Well placed. You're powered up. Flying fists. Boom, boom. Sock it to her. Hand them their feet. Boom. At peak of power. Someone will pay dearly for that.
Like the loot combinations and the gear that you can collect is extremely addicting. There's just so many combinations of outfits that you can choose from. And I'll be right back to punch that guy. Oh,
You
got
need to get the keys
old
in
world
sequence.
artifact. I think that's what I need. Oh no. And the outside one.
Just a few moves left. Make them count. So, the technology from yesterday's is still here today, even if its message is getting old.
I think that's very refreshing because there's sort of this reviewer overhash use of calling side quests fetch quests. And I guess sometimes people just decide if you start from point A and you go to point B and then return to point A, that's a fetch quest.
That's just nasty. Biohazards make you puke.
I think that's sort of just a lazy way for, I guess, both developers and reviewers to just call, you know, they use terms like grinding or fetch quests or things that players do to fill their time, and they're simple side activities. I think this game does a good job of breaking those types of things up with those puzzles. Because there are some, for lack of a better term, fetch quests where a particular NPC will ask you, hey, can you go find this for me? But I think with some of all the other side activities that you could be doing, it breaks it up fairly well.
All fired up. Ready. Smart.
I think I'm ready to go into hard difficulty. Make it a little more challenging. I think I'm a little overpowered for easy and medium.
You've reached the end of the line. Bet you can find Choo Choo here. Might not need that now, but you will later.
You know, I've always hoped, as I've been exploring the world, I would love to have a vehicle that I could ride on these, if I can, that's going to be awesome. But I don't think they're going to give me that ability.
Let's see.
The game is structured in a way to where I really feel like I'm constantly finding new places. What I mean by that is each one of these kind of, I've mentioned this in previous streams, so I apologize if I'm repeating myself. These kind of beige areas, khaki areas, are each kind of given a name. Like this area right here I could go to and it'll be given an area name, which I think is really cool because I'm constantly feeling like I'm discovering new places.
Choo-Choo knew you would make it to him one day. All you had to do was follow the steel path. The rails might be getting rusty, but eventually they all converge on him. Says the name is Choo-Choo, and he likes to ride the rails.
I want to ride the rails.
Says you followed the rails to where you need to be, but tracks have switches in them too. The question is then, will you keep on the same track or look for a way to hit that switch? He thinks you're on a dark path right now, but there's no reason you can't find a wheelhouse and get yourself turned around. Whichever way you go, he wants you to know that the rails never steer you wrong. Stick to them, and they always bring you right to where you're meant to be. Wants to know if you've ever regretted taking one track in life instead of another. If you could go back, would you switch tracks or keep chugging along the one you're on? Likes your sureness, the way you keep at it like a chug-chug with no way to reverse. Feels like the world's on a runaway chug straight over a cliff. Says the world might have lasted longer if you hadn't stomped on the go pedal so hard. Thinks you shouldn't work with the Jagni. They once tried to bolt one of their masks to his face. They did an awful job of it. Took forever to get those bolts out. But let's not get derailed. Says he's surprised to see anyone this far out, but sometimes the wrong train does take you to the right station. As you can see, he didn't plan to make a stop here, but now that he had to, he's really happy to see you. He says his name is Choo-Choo. He's been off track.
In Japan, that would be Kiss Kiss.
Dying, but he's trained his mind to stay positive, regardless of the situation. Figures that's true, but they can get you close enough to most things for most reasons. You can stumble along from there. Is sorry to see you turn so bad. As a kid, wishes you didn't attract so much attention during the day. Hopes to see you again soon.
I was hoping that I could use this thing. Seems primed for it. Be cool if I could just get a rail riding type of transport. Alright, thank you very much for joining me on this stream, my continuing stream of Biomutant. It has its hooks in me. 101 has done a phenomenal job for the size of the team that was working on it. I hope they continue to update Biomutant. I know 1.4 is coming out. It's out for PC. It hasn't hit the consoles just yet. I'm hoping they continue to improve, adding quality of life improvements. I know that they've shortened some of the gibberish talking. They've given a little bit of kind of pacing changes to the game at the beginning. I know the pacing was a little bit different. They definitely need to fix that. This bird critter thing that I can collect usually ends up fading into geometry and disappearing altogether. But yeah, there's things to be fixed, but there are some great things to be found in this game, and I hope people take the time to invest their gameplay moments to find out what really works in this game for them, because it does have some very, very great moments and great parts. So thanks for joining me. If you haven't done so already, jump down in the comments section and say hi. Tell me a game that you'd like to see me stream. If I have it in my collection, I will stream it next. If I don't, I will add it to my queue of games to be streamed. Once it goes on sale, I'll stream it right away. So hit that like and subscribe and the notification bell so that you're notified when I do go live, hopefully with a game that you've suggested. And I will see you guys on the next stream. All right, thanks. Bye.
Biohazard makes your skin crawl. Wheel the control box handles to buzz the wire. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Wired up and ready to go. Sharp dressed. Fits you well.